hate to sound like you, Cord. Let's save it for the show. This is all good stuff that should be on the podcast.
Okay. Yeah, I've been recording this whole time.
Oh, crap. Them repeatedly, but I feel like I shouldn't say that. Why not?
No, here's the thing. Do you want to do a full episode on Catholics?
Oh, I would love to.
Do you want to just do it? Let's start. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
Wait, but okay, you say, do we want to do a full episode on Catholics? Do you mean the Catholic Church?
The Catholic Church, Catholic doctrine, Catholic history. Not the fun ginger Irish guy who's drunk in Boston punching his buddy. Look, I like that guy. That guy's fun.
So Catholic Church leadership.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and what? First off, and what? Do you have a specific gripe? Because if you have a specific gripe, I think that could be interesting.
History of the Catholic Church.
Yeah, but the only problem with doing Catholic Church history is you're basically doing Western world history at that point, because there was no separation between church and state all the way up until probably so you're the worst of humanity is represented in religion that was the state. So state crimes were religious crimes. It's just, to me, it seems like an unfair argument.
What do you mean it's unfair? They had the opportunity to do the right thing and they chose to do the wrong thing over and over again.
Okay.
You're right.
How can you be Christ's church and then be one of the most oppressive forces in the world for like 800 years? You're not Christ's church.
Yep.
They're mad that Brigham Young said something mean in the desert.
Yeah,
like
okay, but then people
can
come to us and they can say, "What about the Mountain Meadows massacre? Like, how could you be Christ's church and then have dudes that want to go?" Like, they could just as easily lampoon the Mountain Meadows massacre.
Anyone who says that just doesn't know the history well enough. Like you've
got. Well, I could argue. Argue that the Crusades. What's funny is I'm not even Catholic, and here I am defending Catholicism.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
You cannot compare one time during the Utah War that people messed up down in southern Utah under the leadership of Isaac Haight and John D. Lee versus the freaking centuries that we're talking about with the Catholics here that Kwaku's saying. Those are not comparable things.
Okay, well, I think there's microcosms that can represent macrocosms.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so hold on. The Crusades, let's just say we want to say it was a big war, and then the Utah War was a mini war, but we want to analyze war crimes committed in both of them regardless, all right? Couldn't somebody come out and say, "Oh, what about the Mountain Meadows massacre?" And then you would rebut them saying,
I would say...
Hold on. Well, let me finish. You would rebut them saying, "Oh, well, that was part of the Utah War and we can analyze this and that." Well, some people could say the Catholic Crusades...
No, that's not what I would say at all,
fulfilled the requirements of the just war clauses where they established a doctrine of what creates just war or not just war.
The guy started the war, created a doctrine on what makes a good and okay war.
So that works. No, Cardon, look.
This is literally like my freaking the Arabs that are like, this is how you should hit a woman. Don't hit a woman. We made this standard of how you should hit a woman. If you use this part of your hand, it's okay. What? No, don't hit her. It was okay. We made the rule. No, F you.
Yep. And so, Cardon, when you're comparing those things and you look at like the Mountain Meadows massacre versus the Crusades, you got to compare the history. The Crusades it's not like the Catholics were driven out of Jerusalem and so they decided to go back in and take it, and they like were dealing with this. Like, it wasn't like the Muslim forces were going into Rome and attacking them there and they were defending themselves, right? And then they fled. These are so different. I can't even express to you how insane it is to compare the two. The Mountain Meadows massacre was perpetuated. Like, that happened from people who were at the Hans Mill massacre, right?
Well, and they were afraid that
at all.
Okay, I think both can be studies in how to hopefully avoid violence.
And they were both horrible things, right?
Yeah.
The Mountain Meadows massacre was horrible.
Yeah, of course. And I think there was a lot of unnecessary death in, actually, man, the Crusades are so, man, I've seen some, I think actually the Crusades are very widely misunderstood by most modern people. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's not a good example. Just as I think what's interesting about other misunderstood aspects of our history, the Napoleonic Wars, because we speak English, we have ingested so much of what was 17th and 18th and 19th century English, like British propaganda. So we don't understand.
Like Napoleon wasn't even that short.
Like Napoleon
And
wasn't
we
even
all
that
think
short.
that he was.
Yeah, we all think he was. So it's like sometimes maybe the Crusades as a misunderstood thing are similar to other misunderstood aspects.
So we should start our own crusade.
Around lunchtime, let's stop by a Starbucks and get medicine ball teas for you and I. It's gonna do a miracle.
What are those?
It's like this thing they pack full of vitamins and everything. And every time I feel like a cough coming, I take it and it like knocks it away.
Boom.
We were freezing basically at night, and I have feel like I have a cough right now.
Wait, but I got you the heater, bro.
I know, but it got so hot, so you turned it off like 3 a.m, and then we woke up. We were like,
And you woke up and you were all frigid. dude.
Yeah, like what happened
so
here?
I just want to just knock it out.
Have the
and then-
accommodations been
It
subpar?
also
I'm
help-
sorry.
There's a bunch of honey. It'll help our voice because we were talking a lot today.
Well, I got a
And when
better
we talk
heater
to-
that you can also set on a heat setting. So
Ooh.
anyway,
Okay.
Anyway, let's do Catholic Church real quick.
what do you want to say about it first?
Pedos part
Everything.
2.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right.
But also, people, look, it's good to have stuff planned out, but people like the more off the cuff. I know it's a pain to edit, but people really like. I even noticed when I was doing the Kwaku channels, my videos that were really prepared, people like, but the one where I was like, screw it, and I just talked, the views and comments would just be exponentially higher. They're like, yeah.
You straight up stress me out, dog.
So just say whatever you think, Cardon. That's the
No,
goal.
well,
with this.
I think a lot of these things, I think oftentimes history is far less glamorous than we make it out to be. We crave narrative, and I think storytelling is part of the human experience. It's extremely necessary, but we also have to remember that when we try and rewrite history, it's one of my biggest problems with wokeism. Like you look at what the 1619 Project does, how it tries to rewrite history, in which they rewrite it.
I hate to sound like you, Cord. Let's save it for the show. This is all good stuff that should be on the podcast.
Okay, yeah, I've been recording this whole time.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
all right.
The
dang.
little recording light is on.
Okay. We're just going?
We can start all over again. This might be like a kind of like members only thingy, but you were saying some good stuff. So
Okay.
I took it. But I still want to know before we start.
Yeah.
What is what you specifically want to, what's the thumbnail going to be?
Why Kwaku hates the Catholic Church?
Let's not say hates.
Why Kwaku letter H S. Like H and then the number
Okay.
8 and then S, the Catholic Church.
Oh, geez. Rough.
Or
Whew.
Kwaku versus the Catholic Church.
Okay.
Kwaku versus Pope Francis.
To me, I just feel like this is low hanging fruit, but we can do it.
No, it's not. I'm sorry. This is something that does not.
Let's just make it a
Yeah,
quick
then
one.
you need to wear headphones though, because this whole entire time when you were walking, you were going like this. It ended up sounding a little bit like the Doppler effect, and then you would get really loud.
Okay,
So-
I will talk into the mic this time. You guys got me. You got me angry.
Okay.
Not angry. I was just like,
we said Pope Francis said one thing right. And you're like, no. Pope Francis can't say anything right.
402. Why Kwaku hates.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day, Kwaku.
Okay, so here we are. We're starting here at 8 minutes and 30 seconds in. This is crazy. Members.
can't wait for a Catholic apologist channel to chop this video up.
Jeez.
We're going to be reacting to Kwaku the Mormon.
Okay, so here we go. All right, you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, welcome back to Midnight Mormons, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Cardon Ellis, with Kwaku L and Brad Whitbeck. And if you watched our last video, you heard Kwaku going off quite hard on the Pope stating that cats are not kids and pets don't count as children. And he would not take this very small and slight golden nugget of wisdom simply because of the mouth from which it sprang forth was the Holy See, the Vicar of Christ, according to the Catholic Church. Because
His Holiness, Kwaku.
His Holiness, because Kwaku apparently has a big problem with what one
Catholic leadership.
yeah. So
Yes.
So Kwaku, take it away.
Here's my thing.